Hi, everyone. This is Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading. Let's see what Spirit has for messages around you and maybe a person on your mind, what's coming towards you, any thoughts and feelings, intentions, anything Spirit wants to share with me. It is a collective love reading for any sign and any sign of the person that you are thinking of. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's been newly guided here for the first time. Spirit, please share with me some loving messages. What is it that you need us to know at this time? I am listening for you now. Finding a solution to this problem. I want the answers, right? I want to know. I want to know right now. I'm working towards being with you, right? So maybe I'm trying to solve some problems. Maybe I'm trying to get myself out of some kind of situation. My life is in shambles right now. I hope you understand. I'm struggling. I'm trying to put some pieces of my life back together. So I've got some obstacles coming in. I don't know whether they're obstacles or they're excuses. You may be questioning yourself as there's just too many obstacles or it's always something. So maybe there's some red flags going up on your side. I want to be in your life. So this is kind of a confirmation, maybe they're not playing games. Maybe they are being sincere with, I just have so much on my plate. I don't even know where to start. So, are they saying I don't have time for a relationship, or I wish I had more time for you? I just don't have time for you right now. Are they pushing you aside because of what's going on? You are my soulmate. So are you struggling with them, but at the same time, they're saying to you, I do want you in my life and you are my soulmate. So I feel like I have 1 foot in, 1 foot out energy right now. And when it's good, it's good. And probably when it's bad, I'm really confused. So I feel like I'm just struggling. If it does not serve you, let it go. You could be thinking, I can't chase this person, right? And every time I even reach out to this person, possibly it's always, I'm sorry, I'm really busy, or I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm sorry, I'm that. And I feel like there's a sense of you wanting to get your worth back. So let's see what the cards are saying. Definitely, I'm not chasing. And I want my worth back because this person is obviously busy or has too much on their plate. But at the same time, you're important too. You're very important. I have a Chariot. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a Nine of Cups. I have a Hermit. Okay. Bottom of the deck, I have a Six of Swords. I have a feeling like you've pulled back and you've stopped chasing. Maybe chasing isn't the best word, but I'm going to use it. It's more of a, every time I reach out to you, you're not really available, or there's a huge delay in you getting back to me. When you do get back to me, it's, I'm sorry, I was really busy. It's some kind of excuse. And I get it, but you feel like you're being fit in after everything else. So I feel like they can see you pulling away, and I feel that, they're feeling this distance. All of a sudden, you're not calling as much as you used to. You're not reaching out to see how their day was. You spending more time alone. You're perfectly fine with that. You're doing other things, Spirit saying you're making arrangements to be with friends, or you're spending more time with your family, or you're hanging out by yourself more. And this person's definitely picking up on that. So this, and it's not a game, Spirit saying you're not doing these things as a game to like an ultimatum. You're doing these things out of, I'm not going to chase you. Okay. I have a feeling that something big is going to happen because of this energy. I feel like this energy is going to shift because it's almost like, I can feel you pulling away. So I've got to somehow come back. I've got to come back into this, and I've got to make you happy somehow. It's a little bit of an olive branch energy coming in, even if it's, hey, let's do something nice this weekend, or let's spend the weekend together. Let's go out to dinner. Let's do something, like I feel like it's an olive branch to kind of show you that they're still in it, that they, haven't walked away, that they don't want to lose you. But just remember, you're the prize. And if they don't see you as a prize, you're going to move on. You are going to move on. You're going to be this person in the boat. But you like this connection, and it's a good connection. So I don't want to walk away from this connection, but at the same time, this is almost a feeling of, I'm lonely and I'm sad in a relationship with the person I love. So you aren't happy because you're not with this person. You could say, yeah, technically we're an item. Technically we are in a relationship. We don't see anybody else. We don't sleep with anybody else. But we don't see each other enough. We're not together enough. We don't spend enough time together. And when I do try to connect and see if we can have some time together, there's a delay, there's an excuse, there's a reason. So when you're not being put first, and it hurts. And I just want to be happy. We could be really happy together. I think that you guys have seen the side of being really happy together. I get that there's only so many hours in a day, but I also know that people have to set priorities. They really do. And if you don't feel like you're their priority and you feel like you're after everything else and everyone else, then you're not going to end up with this person. You aren't, because everybody needs to feel like that you're the prize. And right now I feel like this person hasn't made you feel like you're the prize. Or lately, I shouldn't say forever. Obviously you care about this person, love this person. Spirit, please share with me. I want to be happy with this person. Let's get these jumpers. I feel alone. I look at the packing the bags. You must be spending a lot more time alone, and they know it. Okay, maybe you used to swing by their house or come over late at night after work. And, it was always you traveling, you putting in the effort, you doing the work. They can feel you packing the bags. They can feel you. Something's changed. Okay. And they don't like it. It's an uncomfortableness. And sometimes it's the invisible. You didn't have to say anything. It's your actions. But something has changed in this connection. And this person is really starting to see that your actions, you are changing. It's this sense of, should I pack my bags? Am I better off being alone? Am I going to be happier? I'm struggling. I'm limiting myself by being with you because I can't be with anybody else either. So something but they see you as spending more time and being okay with it. So you probably, that's why I use the word chasing. So if you're putting in all the energy, like you're the one that says, okay, you know what, I'll meet you. I'll come to you to make it more convenient for them because they worked all day or they're tired, so they don't have to drive. You're always going out of your way. Like, I'll stop and get us dinner and then I'll bring it over, so it's that kind of feeling to me that, the effort is always leaning on your side. to keep things going and to be in this connection. Little bit of a wake-up call for you. Have you changed? Or are you just loving yourself a little bit more? That's okay. It's okay, to remind yourself that I deserve more or I want more. And if somebody isn't there for you for whatever reason, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have it. It just means that this person is choosing to put their priorities somewhere else. You are not a second choice. You're not an option. You have to be a priority. I want to be on a deeper level with this person. Maybe we can't get there because we're just not spending enough time together. So that could be, I want to feel closer. Messy behavior. Somebody could be, when they are off, they're drinking with their friends. I want to go out with my friends. I want to, I want to relax. I want to have a good time. But maybe it's not with you, so that could be going on. You're spending your time with other people instead of me. I want a union. I want a soul level. I feel like I'm fighting. I'm fighting to have what I want, if that makes sense. Like I want this. And, if not, I'll trust that spirit has something else for me in divine timing. But right now, they feel the transition. They feel, this messy, messy situation, right? They feel you changing. They feel this, this just got messy. And it's like, I can feel you changing. And they're probably going to say things like, you've changed. And you're like, no, I haven't changed. And they're like, yeah, well, you're not doing what you normally do, meaning you don't chase me. You're not waiting on me. You're not going out of your way to make my life easier for you, for me, so I don't know, is it one-sided? Maybe it's very one-sided, and maybe you're sick of it. It's something that this person has to face. This person has to, they got to make you a priority. That's really what's going on. I think that you're upset with, I'm tired of being the one who keeps this going. And then all of a sudden you stop doing what you normally do. And they're like, you've changed. Instead of realizing that maybe they should show up more. Maybe they should be a little bit more in tune to how they're treating you and what they're bringing to this connection. So I have a feeling some of that's going on. I have a 5 of Wands, a little bit of anxiety and resentment too coming in. A Knight of Pentacles. I have a Queen of Pentacles. And I have a 9 of Pentacles. So the Knight and the Queen are coming into me is again, I want to go back to that excuse feeling. I work all the time. I'm tired. You don't get it. And then you can turn right around and say, well, I work too. I work 2 jobs. And then I find the time to come over and help you. And then I find the time to stop and, run your errands and go to the bank for you, so it's a lot of, somebody asking a lot of you and not getting maybe a lot in return. And I feel like that is where this energy of the 5 of Wands is coming in, where it's probably the same things over and over again that you have been doing. And you just keep going around in your head saying, if I didn't do this, what would he or she do? If I didn't show up, if I didn't come over, what would he or she do? And then when you stop doing those things, all of a sudden you've changed. You're not the same. You're acting weird. So there's this kind of disbelief that you're not like behaving yourself the way you're supposed to in this relationship. So there's a part of me that says, you know what? This is what happens when I have to stop chasing you and I take back my power and I realize I'm the prize. And you have to face that something has changed. It's that I'm no longer going to accept that me doing all the work in this connection is acceptable. It's non-communication is what it is. It's, you know, should we just come out and say it, or are your actions enough? You know, so this Ace of Swords is, you know, maybe if they say you've changed, you say, well, I haven't changed. It's just that I'm realizing that I'm putting in all the effort. I'm the one who always comes over. I'm the one who always makes plans. I'm the one who always calls. I'm the one who always texts. I'm the one who keeps this connection going. So I'm just seeing how long it would take for you to realize that I'm not doing those things. And then if you're going to do anything about it, right? That's the non-verbal. That's the nonverbal. The Two of Cups. Does this person realize that it's a good connection? And are they going to come forward and accept that I'm worthy? Now, the Six of Wands and the Two of Cups are telling me that, you know, maybe this person will step forward and try to recapture you again and doesn't want to lose you, is realizing they really have something good. Okay. Is it a wake-up call? Is it a reminder that you're not going to be taken for granted, that they do see a future with you, or they have to, if they want a future with you, maybe some things have to change. Okay. But sometimes we subconsciously, now I don't know if you know, just decided one day I'm not doing it, or just over time, you just started to pull back. It's because you're not fulfilled. It's because they're not helping you in the sense that I'm here for you also. So, you know, one-way relationships are not fun to be in. You know, they're not. So let's see if we can get some confession. Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you want my person to tell me? I'm afraid to open up fully in love. So, you know, maybe they guard themselves. We're not as close as we should be at this time. I recognize myself inside of you. You guys could be mirroring each other in some ways. Okay. I work hard. Well, so don't I. You know, it's like, okay, you know, that's not an excuse. Let's take a ride and explore each other's bodies, which could be great. You guys could be great physically. But again, if they're like, well, why don't you come over because I'm tired, and you go over and you have great sex and then you go home, if that's your relationship, that's not a relationship. You know, that's a great sex relationship. So, you know, that's not working. And that gets disappointing after a while too. You need to be seeing friends and family, and you need to do things socially, and you need to be taken out in public and go out to dinner and, you know, feel like a couple. Okay. So those things are important. I save everything you send to me. I'm sorry I don't always know the right response, but I'm coming up with better answers. So a little bit of guilt there, a little bit of shame, a little bit of I can feel you pulling away. Okay, so I do feel like they're struggling with some of that. But there's also this other side that's coming out in this reading of you've changed, like it's all on you. So this person has to show up. They have to show up in this connection. I think right now you need to keep doing what you're doing. I think you need to hold your ground, hold your space, do what makes you feel good. If being alone, you know, some evenings is what you need to do, be alone until this person decides that it takes two to be in a relationship. And right now I feel like it's really, unfortunately, one-sided, and you do deserve more because you're the prize. You're the prize. I want to thank Spirit for this message. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words. Thank you for being here. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, I have 2 other channels, my main channel and my Pick a Card channel, and I'll put those links in the description below. We'll see you again in another love reading real soon.